One, stress comes from resistance, not reality. Most people believe stress comes from how hard life is, from the pressure, the deadlines, or the uncertainty of the future. But in truth, stress begins the moment we resist reality. It begins when we say, "This shouldn't be happening," or "I can't handle this." The Stoics taught that the world will not always follow our plans. Yet peace is possible when we learn to accept what is happening rather than fight against it. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your judgment about it." That single idea changes everything. The situation is rarely the true cause of our suffering. It's the meaning we attach to it. When we label an event as unbearable, our body and mind respond as if it truly is. But if we pause and remind ourselves, "This moment is temporary and I can meet it calmly," the stress begins to lose its power. Acceptance does not mean giving up. It means meeting life as it is, fully aware without resistance. It is choosing to act wisely within what's possible, instead of fighting what's beyond our control. Think of a river. You can waste your energy trying to stop its current, or you can move with it and find your rhythm within its flow. Every challenge offers two paths: resistance or understanding. Resistance tightens the mind and drains your energy. Understanding opens space for peace and clear action. When you stop battling life and start cooperating with it, stress no longer rules you. It simply becomes a signal, a reminder to breathe, adjust, and continue with calm strength. So acceptance is the real form of control. Many people believe that control means having power over everything, making life follow their plans and ensuring that nothing goes wrong. But real control does not come from trying to shape every detail around you. It comes from learning to guide your own thoughts and actions, even when the outside world refuses to cooperate. The Stoic philosophers taught that peace begins when you separate what is in your control from what is not. You cannot control what others say, how events unfold, or what the future will bring. But you can always control how you interpret these moments and how you choose to respond. This simple awareness is where true strength lives. Epictetus said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." Acceptance in this sense is not a sign of weakness. It is an act of wisdom. It means understanding that resistance to what is already happening only increases frustration. When you accept a situation, you stop wasting energy wishing it were different, and you begin using that energy to respond calmly and effectively. Imagine a sailor at sea. He cannot command the wind or calm the waves, but he can adjust his sails and steer wisely. That is acceptance in action, not surrender but cooperation with reality. The world will always bring change, challenge, and uncertainty. The more you try to control everything, the less peace you will find. But when you practice acceptance, when you act on what is yours to change and let go of what is not, you discover a quiet kind of control, the kind that no storm can take away. The illusion of permanence fuels anxiety. Much of our daily stress comes from one quiet misunderstanding: the belief that things will stay the same forever. We often hold on to comfort, success, or relationships as if they are permanent. And when change arrives, as it always does, it feels like the ground has moved beneath us. The Stoics taught that everything in life is temporary: moments, emotions, people, even the roles we play. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself each morning that change is the natural rhythm of the world. By remembering that nothing lasts forever, he found peace in what remained constant: his own judgment, his own choices, and his own effort. When we forget this truth, anxiety grows. We start fearing loss before it even happens. We imagine futures where things fall apart and we suffer twice, once in imagination and once in reality. But when we accept impermanence, we see that every experience, good or bad, has its season. What ends makes room for something new to begin. Think of a tree in autumn. Its leaves fall not because it is dying, but because it is preparing for renewal. In the same way, change clears space for growth. When you stop resisting it, you start moving with life instead of against it. The illusion of permanence promises safety, but it also traps us in fear of change. The truth is gentler. Everything passes. Moments fade, challenges ease, and new days arrive. When you understand this, anxiety begins to loosen its grip. You no longer try to freeze time. You simply live it, fully aware, fully present, and at peace with the natural flow of life. The practice of voluntary surrender is often misunderstood. Many think it means giving up or losing hope, but the Stoics saw it differently. To them, surrender meant aligning yourself with reality, moving with life instead of resisting what it brings. This kind of surrender is not weakness. It is wisdom. It is the quiet decision to stop fighting what you cannot change and to focus your energy on what you can. Imagine a sailor on the open sea. He cannot control the wind or stop the waves, but he can guide his ship wisely. He adjusts the sails, holds the rudder steady, and trusts the process. This is what the Stoics meant by voluntary surrender, choosing to work with the forces of life rather than against them. When you stop demanding that life always follow your plans, stress begins to fade. You start to see that every challenge has a lesson, every delay has a rhythm, and every change is part of a larger flow. Acceptance does not mean passivity. It means understanding that peace comes from cooperation, not resistance. Epictetus said, "Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens." This simple sentence holds a deep truth. When you act with calm intention, without clinging to outcomes, you free yourself from constant worry. Voluntary surrender is an ongoing practice. It asks for awareness, patience, and trust. It reminds you that control lies not in shaping every moment, but in shaping your response to it. When you learn to let life move as it must, you discover a steady calm beneath all change. A calm that is not dependent on circumstances, but grounded in your own clarity and balance. 5. The real source of freedom is often misunderstood. Many people believe it means having no limits, no obligations, or being able to do whatever they want. But the Stoics taught that true freedom has little to do with external circumstances. It begins within the mind, in how you respond to life, not in what life gives you. Musonius Rufus, one of the early Stoic teachers, said that a person who is ruled by fear or anger cannot be free. As long as emotions control your decisions, you remain a prisoner of your reactions. Freedom begins the moment you learn to pause, to see a thought or feeling for what it is, and to choose your response calmly. When you let every challenge decide your mood, your peace depends on things outside of you, on people's approval, on success, or on comfort. But when your state of mind comes from your own discipline, you stay steady even when the world around you changes. This is the freedom the Stoics valued most. Freedom from being controlled by what you cannot control. Think of a calm lake. Wind may disturb its surface for a while, but its depth remains still. That depth is your inner freedom, the ability to stay balanced even when life feels uncertain. Freedom grows from self-awareness and practice. It means noticing when fear, doubt, or anger rise and choosing patience instead. It means understanding that peace is not found by escaping responsibility, but by carrying it with clarity and purpose. True freedom is not about avoiding life's storms. It is about learning to steer through them with calm and direction. When your peace depends only on your own mind, you become free in every place, under every condition, and in every moment.